Hi, Ambitious Mamas. Lisa Brincat here. I have Lisa Fitzpatrick here with me today, and I welcome Lisa. It's such a pleasure to have you here. I am a big fan. I've read your book, and I'm really pleased that you're able to join today. So, could I get you to start with giving us a little bit of an intro and a rundown as to what you do?
Oh, so great to be here, Lisa. Thanks for asking. So I'm Lisa Fitzpatrick. I run a coaching and training business called Sacred Women's Business, and I help predominantly spiritual women in service-based businesses, coaches and consultants to really gain an online and offline presence in their business and to get over the fear of visibility, which is such a huge thing for a lot of women. You know, putting ourselves out there can be scary in business. And when we're in service to others, we're often so deferential to others. You know, we want to put ourselves second and hide behind perhaps the mask of business. But I'm really loving seeing so many women step into that authentic version of themselves but busting through the fear of visibility, which is all about being comfortable with vulnerability as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and did you feel that as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, look, I'm a very, very introverted, shy, sensitive person by nature. I was a very shy child. I had to overcome having an Asian father who really, with girls in particular in Asian families, we were taught to be very much deferential and deferring and contrite. And then it wasn't until I did some personality profiling on myself that I realized that buried beneath the introverted, shy person was someone who had a very strong voice and an opinion. And boy, have I enjoyed that. Getting over myself so I can have a say in how things go, you know. I think that can be so liberating for us women who maybe have been too scared to find our voice, to let the roar out in ourselves.
Yeah. It's interesting because I have struggled with it. As you know, I think as many, I think many women do struggle with it. It for a long time for me, it was a sense of embarrassment. You know, it was it was for, people are going to be judging what I'm doing, and trying to, overcome that insecurity, which, is often not visible, or people don't. So I'd be interested to hear what tips you might have for our ambitious mamas around taking that next step in terms of being more visible.
I love that question. And two things really stand out for me. They were both advice from mentors that really stuck with me and helped me to get over myself. And the first one was from one of my coaching mentors who I did my coaching training with, who said, "It's not about you. It's not about you." You know, the message, I strongly believe that benevolence is channeling itself through us, constantly speaking to us about what our life purpose is and about what we're here to contribute. And I believe that if we are able to let that through us, it doesn't become about us at all. It becomes about the transformation or the gift that we have to offer another person. And then the second thing that I remember very strongly pushing me across another visibility line was another coach who said to me, "Lisa, you're holding an elixir in your hands. It's like a cure to cancer for someone, and you are not sharing it. That's so selfish. How can you hold this thing so close to your chest and not share it when you know how valuable it is?" And I just want to say to any woman out there who's got a desire to give something, which we all have as humans, get over yourself.
You just gave me goosebumps.
It's not about you. It's about that gift that you have that will transform. You are an unanswered prayer for someone right now who's praying for what you have to offer.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And how old are your children?
So I have a 13 and 15-year-old. They're both
Yep.
boys. I have an interesting teenage journey here with two man children.
uh, and one of the questions that we've been posing at the moment is, what if you could go back to your pre-kids self?
Yes.
What would you want to? What message would you want to deliver to yourself? With this, I suppose, the benefit of hindsight.
Yeah. Look, I'm so strong on this. Has really been coming in strongly these last few weeks. Is no one's going to rescue you. I thought that when I did the right thing and I got married and I had my children, that I'd have the fairy tale of the happily ever after. And it wasn't until I've realised, becoming a single parent and realising no one's going to come and rescue me, and it's up to me to create what it is that I desire in my life, and that I need to believe in myself so strongly that that way I can become the heroine of my own story. And I would say that that's the best advice I could possibly give my younger self, is that she's writing the script for the story. She decides how it ends. She decides how it unfolds, and don't be expecting that prince to come on his horse, because even if he does, you're still going to want to be the heroine of your own story. It's a desire in all of us to be self-determined. And we don't relinquish that as women. We've fought too hard to have, this privilege that it is to write our own scripts. And let's do this for our grandparents, our grandmothers, and our mothers who perhaps didn't feel they had the power to do that.
Oh, that was such a powerful and beautiful message. Thank you so much for joining me today to share. I'm feel honoured and blown away by what it is that you do. Would you be able to share where people can come to see more of you and find you?
Thank you, Lisa. It's been such an honour to be here. Thank you for asking the questions that, get to the juicy stuff straight away. I love questions like these ones. So yes, my website is www.lisafitzpatrick.com.au, and at my website I have a free part 1 of my book, Healing the Heart of Your Business: Sustainable Success for Heart-Centered Women. And part 1 is all about your soul purpose, the North Pole of your business and your life, which is all about, are you on purpose? Are you really honouring that sacred covenant, which is that agreement that you made to give something in this human life, that precious gift, and are you on track with that? So I'd love to invite people to download that and get a bit of a feedback on whether you're in alignment.
Yeah, and I can vouch for the chapters that follow that are definitely worth the investment. So jump in, check Lisa out, and thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure, absolute pleasure, Lisa.